For all you drum and bass jungle producers, I'm going to show you how I chop breakbeats inside of Bitwig Studio. For folks who are new to producing jungle or drum and bass, my number one piece of advice is don't overcomplicate this process. It's very simple, and let me show you how. Before we even think about chopping the break, we need to get it in time with the BPM of our song. Now, most drum and bass jungle sample packs that provide breakbeats are already going to have said breakbeats sped up to that 155 to 175 BPM range. So really all we need are minor adjustments to the tempo. Let's use this break here, the hot pants, and I'm just going to drag the audio clip onto my timeline. Now, if we zoom in here, we can see our bar markers at the top here. This is one bar. And in our audio sample here, we can very clearly see it does not take up one full bar. Now, this break, I happen to know the BPM. It's 165, and my song BPM is 160. So we need to slow this break down. Even if you don't know the BPM, it's fine. Just look at that audio clip when you drag it onto your timeline. So in Bitwig, to get this break that is at 165 down to 160, there's a very easy way to do that. But first, let's listen to the break as is. So there's that little gap at the end there. We're going to select the audio clip, press I to open the inspector panel, and under audio event mode, we're going to use repitch. Now on a Mac, if I hold Alt and come to the edge of the clip here, the icon changes and I can simply drag it out, and we have slowed that break down. So we get a smooth break that fits within that 160 BPM tempo of the song. So once we have that audio in the same tempo of our song, the next step is to chop it. In Bitwig, we just right click and go slice to drum machine. And you have an option to slice this at different musical divisions, so 8th notes, 16th notes, or you can slice them at onsets, beat markers, audio events, bars. You have a lot of different options in here. If you're just getting started, I recommend slicing it at 8th notes and then clicking OK. And what you'll see is Bitwig creates a new track here with a drum machine on it. And there are 8 different slices within there. So these are all our even 8th notes chops. And if I go to this first drum machine here, we can see that 8th note chop. We go to the next one. Right, these are all even division chops from that sample. So what Bitwig also does is it creates a MIDI clip here that sequence that break through MIDI. So all of the individual chops here, they're laid out in this clip to play back the break. And so a couple things to check here after chopping is come over to this AHDSR envelope. And what I like to do is just turn off the release all the way down here, right click, and select copy value to all layers. So all of these layers will now share that same release time. And why I like this is because the break will only play for however long I hold down that MIDI note. And so now we can just play this back. And then in true drum and bass jungle fashion, we can simply move these different notes up or down to change the sound. We can do silly things like this. And that is the essence of chopping up breakbeats very easily and simply. Now, there are so many ways to stretch, not stretch, chop a break up, sequence it. I think so many people get lost in the sauce on, oh, this is the optimal way to do it and not that way, and am I doing this correctly? I think the most important thing is that you just make music. Hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know down in the comments below what you'd like to see a video on next. Until next time.